Urgent, direct. If you run a business today, you are operating under a relentless flood of conflicting information. Every time you open a feed, a new tactic, tool, or strategy is crashing down on you. That sheer volume of noise has fractured the market for advice into two distinct opposing camps. On one side, you have highly visible internet gurus and influencers leveraging algorithms to sell quick fixes, what we can call the mirage. On the other side, you have deeply specialized professional consultants and advisors acting as the anchor. When you are operating a growing enterprise, choosing the wrong mentorship model introduces severe financial and operational risk. To protect your capital, we need to look past the marketing hype and objectively analyze the structural differences between these two paths. To do that, we will use this comparison matrix to evaluate both models side by side, the internet guru versus the professional consultant. Protecting a business requires understanding the structural incentives of whoever is getting you advice. An internet guru's primary currency is attention. They survive on public metrics like subscriber counts, view durations, and lifestyle marketing. Because the digital economy rewards engagement above all else, their business model requires them to be relentlessly loud and prolific. This forces gurus to be hyper-reactive. They must optimize their advice for mass appeal. Consultant trades in a completely different currency: quiet execution and long-term client retention. Their authority is built entirely on years of market immersion, technical literacy, and applying fundamental economics to historical data. Looking at our matrix, this unblurs the first row: currency of authority. Gurus prioritize attention and metrics, while consultants prioritize retention and execution. An advisor whose underlying business relies on constant public virality cannot prioritize a single client's long-term stability. To capture that viral attention, gurus package complex business realities into oversimplified, one-size-fits-all frameworks. Applying a universal framework to a unique business is dangerous because it mistakes a short-term hack-based tactic for an enduring business strategy. A true professional consultant approaches a business using a rigorous diagnostic framework. They diagnose before they ever prescribe. They mandate an evaluation of a company's risk tolerance, capital constraints, and operational culture to build a custom solution. Returning to the matrix, we can see this split in the second row: methodology. Gurus rely on universal tactics, while consultants use a diagnostic strategy. A viral tactic might grant a temporary spike in revenue, but only a tailored diagnostic strategy builds a resilient institution. Relying on someone who chases those digital distractions introduces severe financial risk. This is due to market asymmetry, the fact that the life cycle of a profitable internet trend is incredibly short. This chart visualizes the trend life cycle curve. Peak profitability happens early in the timeline, exactly here in the zone of market asymmetry, long before mass awareness. The exact moment a guru packages this trend into a high-priced masterclass is usually right here, as the downward slope begins. By the time an audience implements the advice, the line plummets to zero. The landscape is oversaturated and the tactic obsolete. A grounded consultant protects against this whiplash. They stress-test new developments against proven fundamentals, ensuring you only pivot for a structural shift, not a temporary fad. Bringing up our matrix one last time, the final row unblurs to assess lifecycle risk. For gurus, it is high with obsolete fads, while for consultants, it is low and stress-tested. Filtering out digital noise through grounded advisory prevents the kind of costly, late-stage pivots that destroy established businesses. Despite these stark contrasts, both models serve specific, divergent purposes depending on your current stage of operation. To determine the appropriate path, we use a decision tree starting with a central question: what is your primary stake? Individuals with low capital seeking entry points route left toward the guru. Established operators with capital at risk route right toward the consultant. The guru path is completely valid for the 0 to 1 beginner. Influencers provide the introductory education and sheer motivation required to get a project off the ground. However, if you are an established operator, treating your complex business like a beginner's side hustle will lead to systemic failure. You require an anchor who understands your specific risk tolerance, not an influencer selling easy illusions. The guru is built for the short sprint of the current trend. The consultant is built for the marathon of an economic cycle. In high-stakes environments, depth always outlasts hype. You must deliberately choose someone who truly understands your structural reality, rather than someone chasing passing digital distractions.
Before you close your app, do us a quick favor. Rate and review the show. It takes 5 seconds, but it directly supports what we do here. Want to get these insights delivered straight to your inbox before anyone else? Head over to bearinvestors.com and join our inner circle today. See you on the next episode.